Alright, folks, welcome to round 3 of this competitive modern league, playing Blue-Red Gift Storm in Modern. So, we won the die roll this time, yes. Um, yeah, we can keep this hand. It's got a lot of fast mana, we want to find a second land, but we already have a win condition, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. We get to see basically the top 3 cards of Serum Visions, so let's do our thing. Alright, none of those are lands, but I am going to keep the Serum Visions on top, just so we get a redraw at it. I think it's better than just like saying, let's have a random card. Ugh, with Affinity. So Affinity, like I was saying, this is one of those racing creature decks, but they have to wait for attack steps. And they don't have a lot of ways to interact with what we are doing, so... Sweet, got his Fire Bluff Canal. I'm trying to think if we can just go off next turn. No, we can't. We need a Manamorphose, so I'm gonna put the canal on top just because we want to make our third land drop. Do we? I'm trying to think. We also could just do like half a grape shot depending on what the opponent plays. Yeah, okay. I think we want to make our third land drop. So we might just grape shot to like kill our opponent's board sort of thing. Holt Scourge. I mean, it's kind of tough with the Steel Overseer because everything has a million toughness now. Given that he has the Overseer, or she for that matter, I think it's probably best that we just go ahead and try and wait on it, see what the opponent does. So we're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 this turn. I'm pretty tempted to just remand anything the opponent plays this turn. I know we have the Grape Shot, but we don't have enough where we're going to be able to kill them outright because of things like Vault Scourge and the like. Master of Ethereum. Is that lethal? I'm not even going to do the math. I'm pretty sure I just need to remand this. Sweet! Found the gifts, so that means we probably win. Yes, I will draw a card. I think we'll just discard Grape Shot. I think that works. Well, that was fortunate. I will choose not to block all these flying attackers. Alright. Let us party. We can just get the standard pile for this because we have so much mana. So get Manamorphose, Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual, and where's Passive Items? Oh, there we are. Sometimes the way it separates it, because it separates all the things on the side, makes it kind of confusing. Yeah, opponent just said someone's dead. Lol. Yes. Sweet. He gives me, or opponent gives me the Desperate Rituals. So that means we can Pyretic Ritual. We can Splice. So splice means you can just attach it to this thing. So desperate ritual is slightly better than pyretic ritual. Splice these. Okay. Makes 6 mana. Oh, whoops. We'll get our graveyard up here. Yes, I'll just cast this. Passive ones. 2, 3. We'll cast all of our rituals again. Metamorphose, we'll make a bunch of blue mana. Guess we'll put this in hand because we can. We'll gifts, target our opponent. We'll again, since we have the grave shot already, go Noxious, Metamorphose. Probably just grab rituals, right? Or we can just do Passion Flames and Grave Shot again if we want to. We'll get back Grave Shot. We'll Serum Visions from the graveyard. We'll bottom these. We will Grape Shot the opponent. We'll remand it back to our hand. Sure, let's loot. Discard his Steam Vents. Make 17 copies. You have to click through and make sure that Moto knows. So this is one of the more kind of time-consuming parts of this combo, is that you gotta click all these copies onto your opponent, and then press OK through them all. Doesn't let you yield through them. Just make sure I don't pass into my next phase. And we'll shoot the opponent again. Same targets. Yes. I want him dead. I'm dead. Yay! Sweet. So we won that game. Now we're going to move to sideboard. So post board, your affinity opponent might have things like Rule of Law, which pretty much just shuts you down. It's an enchantment that says, players can't cast more than one spell a turn, so we need Echoing Truth for that. Shattering Spree is just completely reasonable against affinity, so that's good to bring in, and it also might disrupt some of their hate as well. Remand is pretty weak against affinity because all their spells are like 0 mana cost. We'll cut an alt. I'm trying to think if we want to bring in pieces. I don't think they're running ley lines right now. So I think we'll just run it back like this and bring in the Shattering Spree as an Echoing Truth. If they show us a reasonable amount of graveyard hate, we can bring the pieces in game 3. But I think the gifts package, they only have so much removal to interact with your dorks, so being able to just gifts on turn 3 is just very strong. I also left in 1/1s, again, not because I think Warrens is the greatest thing against Infinity. They have like a million creatures, most of which have a reasonable amount of toughness. But actually it's for effects like Surgical Extraction and the like, which they can run sometimes. Ugh, this is a really awkward hand. I just don't want 4 lands against Affinity. I think that's too slow. So I'm going to mulligan. Oh, well, there you go. We have all the pieces, but nothing to cast it with. Jeez. Yeah, we'll go to 4, I think. I guess I'll try it. At this point, I take any non-land spell on top of my deck, frankly. I guess actually we only have blue mana, so. Holt Scourge, sure. Opponent vomits their hand. I go turn 1 Serum Visions. Sick. Jeez, I guess I don't know. I think we need too many things before we can gifts, but Shattering Spree might be our way back into this game actually, so I'm gonna keep that on. Like if we just get, well, I guess they have Welding Jar. I don't know, maybe it's wrong. I'm just hoping the opponent has not very much. Or we get to like Shattering Spree all their creatures or something like that. Obviously we need to find red land. Kind of gross. It's nice having the Noxious Revival as well, so we can Shattering Spree and just try and slow down the game. But I think this is going to be a rough one. I suppose most decks have a rough one when you mulligan before. Alright, let's hope we find a red land. Those are islands. Alright, pass the turn to the opponent. Again, we gotta hope to find a red source here. If we do, I think we're actually in not terrible shape. Depends on what the opponent plays next. I mean, we'll have to commit resources to being able to Shattering Spree, but I believe it's worth it. Yes, I suppose it's better than just dying. Yeah, no box. Another Springleaf Drum, sure. Oh, come on, you're breaking me. So next turn, because of Overseer, I think we have to get back Serum Visions, hope to hit a red source off the top. I mean, I guess it's the same odds as just doing it the normal way, but yep. I guess we'll just pass it to the opponent. No, maybe it was right to stay at 5 and keep the no-lander. I can't imagine it would be. I'll put a stop on the upkeep just in case I want to think about this. I mean, if we draw a red source here, we might just like win. I think it's the same thing. We have to have a red source on top of our deck, so there's no point in reviving. And that's not a red source, so GG's. Yeah, I mean, I think just run it back. Seems reasonable to me. Yup. Hope to draw lands. Hmm. Still thinking about that opening hand. I'm trying to think if it's right that I mulligan. But yes, I would like to play first. Yeah, with double slight, I think we can keep this. Maybe it's correct that I'm supposed to cut a dork in this matchup, but I feel like it's so important to be fast that it's kind of difficult. Alright, playing island slight. It's a red source. I'll take a red source. We'll pass it to the opponent. Alright, not the most explosive start. That's good for us. Found my red source anyways. I think I just want to cast a Baral here. Like, I think it's just more mana efficient, which is important in this matchup. Yeah, you. Opponent was about to shock Baral. He did not have Metalcraft. So we know that at least that they have a Galvanic Blast. Means they might have to play pretty awkwardly though, in order to make sure that they kill the Baral. If that makes sense. Move on. Steel Overseer. And now they're gonna Galvanic. Sure. Woohoo! Redundancies, yo. Probably just want to take the Serum Visions here. I'll play another Baral for laughs. Opponent's probably just going to go for the Inkmoth Nexus kill, which is a pretty fast clock. So he animates Nexus. He gets to put a counter on it. Rest in peace. That's pretty bad. Okay. Yep. So maybe it was right to take out the gifts. Or some number of them anyways. Passing Flame is now a dead card. Unless we find Echoing Truth. So might just lose this matchup. Always losing my good matchups. Alright. We'll go Serum Boots. Ugh. Trying to think how we get out of this. We need to find. I'm trying to think if we want the Serum Visions. Can we wait that long? We're gonna get domed for 3 next turn. Yeah, I think we have one more turn where we can play that, and that'll be fine. Yeah. Mainly because we need to find the Echoing Truth if we're gonna go off. Alternatively, we can also find something like Shattering Spree, which will reduce the clock by a fair amount, but won't deal with the Inkmoth Nexus, unfortunately. Kind of a tough position here. Alright, sure. It's pretty funny. Good thing we have all those redundant Barals. Opponent never saw it coming. True. Opponent beats in. Alright, let's see what we get. Ooh, that feels not bad, but I think it's actually still too late. Oh, but we did get the echoing truth. Sweet. So I think we play Baral. Play a ritual. Shattering spree your dudes. Okay, so we replicate. Mind you, we still don't have an answer for this Ink Moth Nexus. But we have bought ourselves a turn. Maybe. Yeah. And now we're just dead, I think. Yeah, because this does non-land permanents. Alright, fair enough, opponent. GG's. We drew a lot of redundant things. We Morgan before on game 2. And the rip. Alrighty. Good games. We will go to round 4. I'll catch you there.